Hi everyone, this is Brenda from Mainly Hybrid Homesteading. I hope you're doing well today. It's August 31st. First I want to apologize for the wind. We just had some rain and some weather come through last night, but it got rid of the humidity and the temperature is more comfortable, so we're glad about that, glad about the rain. As you know, it's been pretty dry here this summer, but for the past couple weeks we have had more regular rain, at least 1 or 2 times a week, which has been great for the garden. So I thought I would update you on how things have been going. We've had some ups and downs with the garden this year, but overall I think it's done very well. So let's get started. We'll show you how things are going. So we have our pole beans and they have been producing very well the past couple weeks. I actually almost pulled these plants 2 or 3 weeks ago, and luckily I saw a video from Melissa Norris saying that they don't like the heat and to just hang on to them because they will, once it gets cooler, they'll start producing. So sure enough, temperatures started dropping and the plants started producing. And the regular rain has helped as well. So very glad I didn't pull them. And we've been getting at least every 2 or 3 days, been getting my colander, filling up my colander and having enough to can. And our bush beans have also continued to produce. They're still flowering, so we've still got more string beans to come. Our peppers are doing well, even though they're in these tiny pots here and they're actually turning red. This one down here, I don't know if it had a couple bites on it or it's just starting to rot. I'm not sure. Tomatoes were lackluster. Definitely they struggled in these 1-gallon pots. Won't be doing that again. Our carrots are still doing well. Tim has been pulling from these and they're still a good size, but we're letting them continue to grow and they can stay there until at least the first frost. I did do some fall planting, and so we have some cucumbers in here and hoping that these do better than the ones I planted at the beginning of the summer. Still, I didn't get enough to make any pickles. Our Mizuna greens, these are now going to seed, so I'm going to be dehydrating these leaves to add to smoothies and whatnot. So we still have some beets in the ground. I haven't pulled any yet, just letting them get bigger. I don't think they're going to be huge by any means. I think a lot of them, especially back here, were getting shaded by the squash that we had near the trellis. And these cucumber plants are pretty much done. Still getting some small ones, but they turn yellow very quickly. Really not producing that much. And here in the other bed, the other carrots are starting to pick up. Again, I think those were shaded by the pumpkin plants that were on the other side. And now they're getting more sun. I also planted some more cucumber plants here. They're a little bit bigger over here. They're getting more sun. And I am letting some of my lettuce go to seed so I can seed save from those. And I did plant more down here. Oh, I think I'm finally actually starting to see some little sprouts here. I pulled the rest of it because it was just getting tough and it was going to seed, and Tim wasn't enjoying it anymore, so decided to plant a fresh crop. We have some older cucumbers here. These have produced some, doing better than the ones near the trellis. I had planted some Brussels sprouts here, but nothing happened. From what I'm told, oh, this might be one here. I don't know. You have to start the seeds inside. So I will do that next summer. My dill is still producing. I have collected some clusters and saving the seeds from that. And if I do have enough cucumbers, I will use them in my pickles. And then we have our other garden bed here with the bush beans, and these are also still producing and flowering, so happy about that. So, oh, we almost forgot the potatoes. So this potato bucket is all done. I'm going to be digging this up today to see if we have any potatoes. The vines have definitely died. Never saw any of them actually flower. So they may have flowered while we were gone in that 1 week in July. This one is still, these plants are still alive. So here is the new garden we had put in. So we still have some onions growing, and the turnips look healthy. We have had some turnip greens. I had never had turnip greens, and they're actually quite good, and they actually smelled like turnips when they were cooking. I don't know if we're actually going to get turnips. I'm just leaving them in the ground right now. I don't see anything forming on the top of the dirt. The broccoli seems to be doing well. Not flowering yet, but definitely the plants look healthy. So hopefully we'll get some fresh broccoli. I had planted, I can't remember if I planted carrots or more Swiss chard here as a fall planting, but nothing's growing. The turnips over here are also doing well. They're not as big as the other ones. And we have more beets over here. I tried planting some more in this area, but not surprised, nothing's really growing here. When we had a pile of soil delivered, and so he was moving the soil over to this area, and in this part of the garden he also scooped up some sand, so this will need to be built up next summer. We'll have to add more soil to this area, and I think that's part of the reason why these new string bean plants look a little anemic. They are growing, which is good. These were also planted as a fall, hopefully getting more. Hi, boss. Hi. As a fall planting, so we have a few of those interspersed with the cabbage, and it looks like the cabbage is actually trying to form some cabbage heads, so that's encouraging. The corn is growing. It looks like we might have some small ears. Not all of the stalks have corn on them, but it was a late planting, so there are, I guess there is some at the bottom there. So that'll be more for Tim to try because I can't have any. So here is my butternut squash patch, I guess you'd call it. And we are getting some squash. I'm so excited. I've never grown butternut squash before, but we have quite a few growing, and the plants look healthy. So very happy about those. And here we have some squash plants. This is a zucchini plant. I don't know if you can see the little baby ones down there. And we've got some summer squash growing. More summer squash. And this monstrous plant is a zucchini plant. And all of these plants were infested by the vine borer moth. And I am thrilled that I was able to save them. You can see down here where there was some damage done by the moths. Down here on that one. So last year I had done basically surgery on the base of the stems and extracted the worm in there, which basically looks like an overgrown maggot. So that was disgusting, and the plants did keep growing, but they never produced any more zucchini. So I wasn't thrilled with that method. Hi, boss. What are you doing? So what I did this year is I had seen a video that a woman had used this caterpillar killer. It's a natural insecticide. It's not harmful to humans. So there is directions on the little pamphlet back here on how to mix it. And I literally injected the stems with that solution. So you don't, you go in like the stems are hollow, so you go in part way and you inject the solution. I did that a couple times and the plants didn't die. That's what happens when they are infested. They'll look wonderful, and then the next day they're all drooped over because that maggot is eating the inside of your plants. So happy that's working. We have some baby watermelons. I don't think we'll get much. They're about the size of a grapefruit right now. But again, they were planted late, and glad that they can grow here. There's another one here. Sweet potatoes in here are doing very well, as well as the ones in my 5-gallon pots, and then some regular potatoes. These are still growing well. So what do you guys think? How are your gardens growing? Have you had struggles this summer? We had struggles with water, basically. Was very dry. Same kind of thing happened last summer. Very dry all summer, then all fall. We had a lot of rain, which was good. So you going into winter with a full well and not having to worry about that. I had never even thought of gardening in the fall. We grew up in northern Maine, and pretty much you had a short growing season for one crop, and that was it. But so trying out some more cucumbers, and I might try more Swiss chard. I don't know. I mean, does like the cooler weather, and the lettuce is finally starting to grow. So the learning process. Now's the time to be learning and making those mistakes, and just glad that I had enough to actually do some canning with the waxed beans. So glad I didn't chop these down. Please like and share this video. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. And we'll see you the next time. We'll see if we get some potatoes.